Hello everybody and welcome to my review of the Italian Grand Prix at Monza on Sunday. It was another brilliant race and a series of great Grand Prix in a row now. I think it's at 6 at this point. And yeah, it was like an old school race between Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton, of course, had the DRS for the vast majority of the race and he kept hounding and pushing Leclerc, but the Monegasque superbly held on, I have to say. His couple of defensive moves were on the limit, and of course he did cut the first chicane at one point, but he got away with it and managed to fend Hamilton off, which was some achievement considering the pace of that Mercedes. Yes, Leclerc had the advantage in a straight line, but for him to hold off Hamilton for that long in the race and the relentless pressure the Brit put on was extraordinary. It was a fantastic battle between the biggest star of the sport and potentially the star of the sport in the future. It was a fantastic watch as a neutral, and hopefully we get more battles to come between the two. Obviously, when Hamilton's tyres went off, this gave Bottas an opportunity to have a go at Leclerc, but he just had the feeling he never would get close enough to have a go at the young Ferrari driver, and so it proved to be the case. He just lacks that aggression that Hamilton does, and also he just seems to struggle more with the dirty air than Hamilton, as Toto Wolff pointed out after it. But Leclerc, for 53 laps of that race, was under intense pressure. He might have had more straight line speed, but if he made one big mistake, he would have lost the race. It was an extraordinary drive and probably one of the best wins in the V6 era so far. So he deserves massive credit for what he did. He's been absolutely outstanding the last 2 weekends at Spa and Monza. Even more at Monza probably because the pressure was so intense. It was another terrible weekend for Sebastian Vettel as he once again made a rookie mistake at the Sakari chicane and then dangerously rejoined and took out Lance Stroll. Should he have been black flagged? I think he should have, yes, because what he did was unacceptable. You can't just rejoin the track like that in the early stages of a race because the field spread is not that big at that point. So he was very lucky not to be black flagged. His form over the last year has been pretty awful, and serious questions need to be asked by the Ferrari management should they keep him on, because it's simply not good enough. If a rookie was doing this, would he stay in the grid? Probably not. Behind the top two teams there were some great drives. The two Renaults very solid in 4th and 5th and showed great pace all weekend, so that was a well-deserved big haul of points. Carlos Sainz and Daniel Kvyat were very unlucky as they were both driving superbly, but then a loose wheel for Sainz and an oil leak for Kvyat put an end to their races when they were both set to end up in the points. Verstappen was unlucky at the start. He was very cautious, but just gently clipped the racing point of Perez. But he did do well to recover to P8. Alex Albon in the other Red Bull, another solid drive from him and his second appearance for the team. Great overtake on Sainz before Sainz repassed him into Lesmo, and then they made contact, and then he also made a nice move on Giovinazzi. So Albon is showing aggression that Gasly never did in the Red Bull, and that's a good sign. And his fastest lap was only 2/10 off Max's, so there's promising signs there, but we'll really find out in Singapore the true pace of Albon against Verstappen, and it'll be fascinating to see that and how it plays out. Shout out too to Antonio Giovinazzi. The Italian drove excellently all weekend, just missing out in Q3 by 0.02 of a second, and then delivered a strong race to finish in P9 on a weekend where Alfa Romeo were struggling for pace. Combined with his excellent race at Spa for, 43 laps of it, it shows that he has good speed and he may well keep his seat at Alfa Romeo next year if he keeps it up. And also, of course, George Russell, outstanding again in the Williams. He's doing everything he possibly can with that car, and hopefully next year he'll have a much stronger package to compete in the midfield and show his class. Anyway, that's pretty much all my thoughts on the Italian Grand Prix. Let me know below if you think that Mercedes should have picked Ocon over Bottas, especially after last Sunday, where Bottas really failed to grasp at the moment. Bye for now.